Hello and welcome to another Guardians of Wilt-Shire video. I'm your host Dewi and this is hobby vlog number 15 I want to say. And after a break from the army, like with the Dol Amroth and then doing Gandalf the Grey and Bayon, I'm going to do something a little different. And I'm going to this guy out, Legolas on horse. However, as you can see, I have the back leg, the bow arm, but no front leg. So this is going to be a bit of converting and a bit of green stuffing, which I'm not exceptional at by any stretch of the imagination. I wouldn't say I'm very versed in it at all, but the aim is to take the front right leg of this horse and put it there, which could be easier said than done. The fact that most of the shoulder's built already is actually quite a help, so I'm planning just to lop off a chunk and file it down to fit there. So I will show you as it comes nearer, if I can manage to pin it, then I'll show you then. After that I'll show you my green stuff work. So as you can see, I've shaved the leg down just by simply chopping it off, and I have put a little pin in, if you can see. And this is going to allow me to just use the little hole that I drilled in there just to slot the leg on. And if I can just put it on for you. This is quite tricky with a hand on the camera. Something like so. You can see it looks pretty good. It's just a case of gluing it in a natural position and then moulding around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the leg on. I think that's about as far as I want to go. I might drill the hole a little bit deeper and then stick the rear leg on as well. I'm going to cut this tuft off the feet. I'm doing that with all my models at the moment, just because I'd rather create the bases myself and make them look nicer without the sculpted grass. So I think without any green stuff, he is looking pretty damn sweet. I'm really happy with how just the shaving and the attaching the leg has come out. Really happy with that. That's all my box of broken horsey bits. So yeah, I'm really happy with how he's come out. All in all, just a case of pinning the leg on something for the moment, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with the base. Probably like a Rohan themed base, for him to ride alongside the riders of Rohan, because I really like the way he looks, and I'm really happy to have this model. I've also picked up a Captain of Erebor that's on its way, from Joe Grukert and the trade group. Really good deal. Saw it, snapped it really quickly because I think Army of Thor are going to be my next army. This will probably be like a kind of 2-week vlog, because it's Thursday night now and the girlfriend's coming home over the weekend, so I won't have this up by Tuesday, so it'll be about a week and a half, and the aim is to get him done. I'm gonna possibly soak Aragorn and Gandalf the White both mounted again, and try and get them all done, so I've got like kind of the main heroes on horse all done to a really good standard. So yeah, it's just a case of green stuffing this tomorrow and cracking on with deciding what I'm going to do with their bases. And so, as you can see, the green stuff is complete. There is no gaps. The front leg, I think, is kind of seamlessly blended in. I'm really happy with how it's come out. Really happy with how it's come out. I've filled a bit of a gap where the arm meets as well. But a lovely model, and like I say, one I got in a job lot with loads of Galadrim. And I didn't really care that it was missing a front leg because that's what I was going to do to it, and I'm really happy with how it's come out. So if I just kind of pose a bit like that, you can't really see the difference. And I'm really, really happy. So we're now trying to design a base for him. Probably like rolling hills of Rohan. So like with the Dol Amroth bases, put some really thin cardboard down and then use polyfiller to make the base. But probably make them far more undulating than the Dol Amroth ones, as Rohan's quite a rolling country. I know there's the big flatlands, but like the Warg attack was really really undulated, and you see when they're walking towards Helm's Deep, it's all kind of rough ground. So that'll be the plan, to get all that sorted, and then we'll go from there. So the next is to design the base and strip Aragorn and Gandalf. And so, after stripping some paint off a Gandalf, two mounted Gandalfs and Aragorn, and the foot versions of Gandalf and Aragorn, I've got to start on their bases. So as you can see by the little lettering, which is purely there to remind me which one's which, I've simply stuck slate to PVA bases, put some cardboard kind of levelers in underneath, and then polyfilled everything else, which I will obviously sand off once it's dry. This is a very similar technique to the Imrahil's base and the Dol Amroth bases, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. It's just a case of let the polyfiller dry, sand it down, sand it, then put sand on it, and then paint it, and then obviously flock and everything after that. So I'm going to get those done. I did strip the others, and then I just put them in some clean Dettol just in case, because they were very paint heavy. So it's a case of just doing those. And now I think I'm going to edit some videos because there's a lot of stuff coming out over the next couple of weeks. So as you can see, I have based up Aragorn, Gandalf, and Legolas. These are all on their bases already. I'm just going to try something. I'm going to try and see if I can use my flock box on kind of on a tilt to get obviously underneath the models. But generally, I'm thinking these models won't need flock kind of around where their feet are and everything, so they look like they're running across the fields of Rohan. I'm happy with how Legolas has turned out with his fixed leg and how he's running down the hill shooting his bow. Gandalf striding up over some rocks, and Aragorn, just that scene just when he's kind of says goodbye to Eowyn, when he looks back and sees her. So that's them, and the ones in front are for their foot models, but all of their foot models have rocks on their bases already. So they'll be easier to kind of place and mould around. So I'm going to put them on these bases, and then maybe have to polyfiller a little bit more, but I haven't got around to doing them yet. So as you can see with the bright morning, I've brought my spraying stick out, and I've mounted Legolas, Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas, Gandalf, Aragorn, and Gimli. So I popped all of these on the spraying stick, and I'm just going to go and spray them all now. If it will focus. Yeah, just going to go and spray them all now, and then get cracking on, because I'd quite like to have the 3 hunters and Gandalf the White done. I do have another Gandalf the White. I'll just grab him out of the cupboard. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same pose, except that one's on a rock, and this one is not. because I'm going to use this one, as you can tell by the base, as the one if I want to ally him in with my Gondor army. And I have the Pelennor mounted Gandalf, the one with the sword raised rather than the common one like that. That's going to be on a cobblestone base as well. So my aim is to have heroes on bases and in poses that match the armies they're going to be with. But these guys are just going to be kind of standalone tree hunters / Rohan allies. Which is why I'm going to do them on slight Rohirrim bases. And he looks like the one from that should be at the Warg attack, and that is the one from the Warg attack. So I'm not too fussed about the foot ones. I know he kind of doesn't quite match up, but I think it's a good matchup with what they're wearing. Legolas definitely matches up, and Gimli's just Gimli. So I'm going to go and get these spray painted and then start cracking on. So I'll give you a quick update. Legolas's green is basically done. If I can just get him. There you can see. Some nice highlights. And the main cloth was using Caliban green, a Bealtown green wash, Caliban green again, and then an Ed highlight of Warflesh. Then the lighter green was a Castellan green base with a Bealtown green wash, highlight again with that, and then highlight again with the Lorien Forest. And the little blue bit underneath is simply rust grey with a Nuln Oil wash, and I'm going to just quickly edge highlight that with Fenrisian grey. So that's him so far, and it's exactly the same on the mounted version. And so I'll give you a quick update. Here we have Legolas as he is. A bit more in zoom, and there's the mounted version. And I'll give that one a spin, so I'll talk you through it. The green is Caliban green, a wash of green. I can't remember what it's called or where it is. I'm not entirely sure. It's the that one, Bealtown green, with another Caliban green and a Castellan green highlight, I think. The next one is Lorien Forest, with another green wash, Lorien Forest, and a bit of Strachan green highlight. The grey on the cloak is Eshin grey, washed, highlighted with Eshin grey, Mechanica standard grey, and then a little edge highlight of Administratum grey. The brown is simply Mournfang, Agrax Earthshade, and Mournfang again. The kind of greaves, or the forearm plates, are Eshin grey with a nodal wash, and then Mechanica standard grey kind of around the edges. The boots are Rhinox hide with a Carrack stone highlight, and then Agrax wash over that just to null down, just to dim down the Carrack stone. And then the blue under armour is, or under cloth, is a rust grey, and then a really watered down non-oil with a Lamia medium wash just to get into the creases, which has worked quite well, if you can just see on here on the forearm. And next I'm going to do the flesh and the hair. These are coming on quite nicely. They're taking a while because I've had a lot going on. The girlfriend's back for 2 weeks, so spending time with her as she's away a lot. So yeah, I'm just ticking along on these, and I'll show you a bit more when they're a bit more done. So after finishing Legolas himself, I've moved on to the horse. To finish Legolas off, it's simply the hair and the face, and a bit of the kind of gold trim. The face is Kislev flesh, Reikland flesh shade, and then Kislev flesh again, but really picking out the prominent details. The gold is simply Umric armor gold, I think. Oh no, Retributor, because it's got that real nice glow to it, and I've even put a bit on the shoulder pads. just to give them a bit more outline. The hair is Xandri dust with a Seraphim sepia wash, followed by Xandri dust, and then a mix of Xandri dust and a Shabti bone, kind of 50-50. Like I said, Retributor armor for the gold, and then just a bit of Runefang steel for the silver. And that's the actual Legolas complete. So now I've started working on the mounted version, or like the horse itself. So I started with Mechanica Standard Grey as a base. This has just had a layer of Dawnstone on it. Next I'm going to go to possibly Ulthorn Grey or something like that, or kind of a mix of Pallid Witch Flesh and Dawnstone, and then I'm going for Pallid Witch Flesh. So it's kind of like an off-white horse. I think it'll work out quite well, and maybe in the end I'll put a bit of White Scar kind of highlights on it as well. And the bow is simply Steel Legion Drab. That's the last thing I forgot. Apart from that, that's where I'm at the moment. Sorry this hobby vlog's taken a little while longer to come out, it's just life has got in the way. But I found out more about my new job that I'm moving to in a couple of months. So hopefully by then I'll have quite a lot more painted. And so I will show you the final paint job on Legolas. So this is the mounted one complete, along with the foot one. So the horse was done with, started with, I think it was Mechanica Standard Grey, Dawnstone, 2 coats of Pallid Witch Flesh, then White Scar, and then a very watered down Null Null, or with Larmian Medium, to just give it some definition on all the horse shapes. The tail is Administratum Grey with a Null Null wash and then a Longbeard Grey dry brush. The main saddle colour, the brown, is Mournfang Brown with Agrax Earthshade wash, simple. So are the reins. The head gear or head armour is XV88 with an Agrax wash, along with Runefang steel and an Agrax wash. And then it's just Eshin Grey for the saddle and the little foot stirrups, and Runefang silver for obviously the stirrups itself. That's simply it. So I'm very happy with how they've come out, especially the mounted version. The foot one I'm very, very proud of. Very happy. All the eyes are sorted, it all looks, if I can just get the camera to focus, all looks how it should. And so I'm happy with them, so I will move on to Aragorn as the next ones, which you'll see in the next hobby vlog. So if you like this video, please comment, like, share and subscribe, and we'll see